Welcome guys to the episode on youngsters. Thank you so much Ramzi for reaching out to me and subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me.
My pleasure of course. How could I not subscribe? I've been watching your content and I love to be following you, so thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, it means a lot actually having a YouTuber subscribe to me and telling me this. It means a lot. It's awesome.
My pleasure, yeah, I know how it feels. High five, there we go.
Hey Sahil.
Hello.
Hi. So just wanted to ask you guys, you make YouTube channels, right?
Yeah.
And what's your channel all about? Can you tell me more?
So I make YouTube videos. I decided to make YouTube videos out of the need to empower and inspire other people to take actions on their goals. So just some context on me, I'm 22 years old, I'm a recent graduate, I just started my career, and I just had this passion for inspiring other people within my age range. So 18 to 24, understanding how I go about my day-to-day, there are a lot of things that could be improved. So what I decided to do is take initiative and document my life day-to-day and empower people to take actions on their goals. Basically by showing people my day-to-day and how I take actions on my goals.
Awesome. So do you really think people get inspired by it? I mean, of course I did, because he showed me YouTube and showed me the channel to YouTube. But really asking a question, do you think people do get inspired? As in, do you guys watch YouTube that much?
I watch YouTube a lot, like random videos and stuff. I'll watch it, but I feel like a lot of people don't get inspired. I mean, it depends on the person. Some people do because they feel like they can do it, but then some people are just like, I'll never get there and stuff like that. So I don't know.
So what about you?
So I mean, from my perspective, it's very subjective. It's a great question, first of all, but it is very subjective. You, for example, may be inspired by, let's say, a walk on the beach with the sunset. I, for example, may be inspired by listening to music and driving a car. So it's a very subjective thing to answer, which is kind of weird within the realm of content creation, yeah.
Awesome. No, I've seen your YouTube and that's like most realistic, and honestly speaking, I mean, I looked up to it, the content that you put out there, the way you were, talking about your life, you really bring about your life. Honestly speaking, the way we do it is pretty formal and business oriented, and that's what, so to say, the business world in your terms or the industry today is looking to disrupt or sort of break. So here's a question for you guys. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and of course
please.
It's not an interview, but it's just a chilled out chat between all of us.
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you, what do you guys do when you want to look up for let's say a trip to travel? What do you do? How do you look it up?
Do you want to answer that first?
Yeah. So I'm actually going on a trip, like a graduation trip, at the end of this year, and I just search it up on Google. And I used to use YouTube before, but not so much now. I'll just search it up and see what different places there are to go to, what reviews of what other people have said, just look at different websites and stuff like that.
Awesome. And you?
I mean, if I'm planning to travel, I know exactly where I'm interested in going, first of all, so I have a specific location or destination that I'm looking to go. And then I'll basically essentially use Google or some other websites. I'm not too sure which ones are out there because honestly I haven't traveled in a while and I'm not looking to travel. I've just started working, so let's see where I'm going to take my leave to go travel. But yeah, I think Google probably would be the go-to. I think for a lot of people as well, not just for people within our age range. Yeah.
And if you guys, let's say, are planning a get-together, so you're planning to meet up friends.
Like a gathering?
Like a gathering. So when we have a gathering, we actually pick up the phone and call our friends and invite them. And some of the people whom we send messages on, let's say WhatsApp, if it's not followed by a call, the person does not, sort of feel it's
committed.
a personal,
feel
committed, and it doesn't feel like it's a personal invite. They want it more personalized.
Sure.
So what do you guys do? How do you guys go about inviting your friends or whatever?
I mean, similarly to you, I use the phone mostly because I feel like that personal touch is really important, especially if we're going out to meet up. And of course, creating urgency and having someone commit to wanting to meet at a certain time. Because of course on WhatsApp, it's not really a commitment. You say yes, you're verbally agreeing, but I think for me personally, calling people on the phone I love doing that, it's fun.
Awesome. And you?
For me, well, it depends on the group. So if there's a really large group, I'll go on Facebook and make an event, something like that. Whereas if it's a small gathering of just a couple friends, I'll do it on WhatsApp. I mean, not WhatsApp. Sometimes WhatsApp, but also Snapchat. And I'll just make a group on Snapchat texting people come to this place, come to that place. And if I want to give certain people specific details, I want you to come earlier or something like that, I'll just call them.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
So it really depends.
Okay, and how important do you think digitalization or like let's say social media are in today's business world? Like let's say,
Very. Everything happens on social media now, and it's only gonna people are only gonna depend more on social media because everything's quick on social media, and you can access information from different countries. It's like worldwide. So I feel like everything in the future is all gonna be digitalized.
okay, so like let's say if I were to get your attention and to engage or in a group, like when you have a gathering, do you guys sort of game a lot and you get into gaming and engaging like that as well?
I mean, it really depends. Gaming specifically, I don't honestly game. But for me, social media is really important, and it has essentially taken over, especially for big business,
Oh, yes.
because traditional media, number one, is very expensive. Traditional marketing is extremely expensive, although still effective.
Yes.
Non-traditional such as social media is less expensive, of course, and you have the ability to actually quantify and understand what the insights are, conversion rates, KPIs, people looking, people engagement. So, and if you really think about it, for somebody like myself or yourself to establish a personal brand online, cost of entry is really nothing.
Absolutely.
There's no cost of entry. So there's huge opportunity online. There is millions and thousands of ways to connect with other people, especially because we use our phones the most out of everything else.
Awesome. I actually thought people try to, sort of get out of the digital world or the virtual world as we call it. I didn't know that it had such a huge impact, per se, even on a person's personal life. I mean, I use it professionally and it's very different from using it personally. Coming to personally, like if I have to order food or something like that, I'd still look at the ancient telephone, look up Google, get the restaurant's number, figure out what they have and what's the promotion for the day. So
Nowadays there's just websites like Talabat or like Food on Click, and you just search up the restaurant you want or there's categories for your area and whatever type of food you want. It'll give you all the restaurants, the ones that are open, the ones that have sales and promotion, and all you have to do is press on it and then there's the menu and you can just order it through the website. You don't even have to call them.
Awesome.
At the end of the day, I believe it's about convenience and efficiency.
Smarter, faster?
Smarter, faster, whatever terms you'd like to use. I think smarter and faster probably would be the most accurate, but the most convenient. The least action we can take, the better chances of us using the actual platform or whatever it is that we're looking to do.
Okay. I think people like at my generation sort of are hesitant because they feel it might be too techy, whereas you guys look for simplification. Is that what it is?
Well, yeah, simplification. I think ease of using the platform.
Awesome.
How attractive it is, as in user interface. If it's easy to use, not difficult, obviously. And I guess at the end of the day, it's more about taking less steps.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Another question: have you guys actually seen the phone where you dial with your finger?
Yeah.
I've seen it in museums. I have.
That's exactly what I wanted to.
Or at my grandmother's house. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look, I'm all about using any type, any mode of. I mean, imagine this is what was used back in the day. So it's amazing how far we've come.
Absolutely.
And who knows what's going to happen in the future? Maybe we won't be using telephones anymore.
Hopefully, you'll create a different shift of mindset, as what I was telling you, and professionally, and that's what's important. And that's why I thought it's so important to connect with both of you and actually get your thoughts on how to create a shift of mind of people from traditional ways to the current younger generation, as we call it.
I should
And what
be
you
able
guys
to use those phones.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so another question now. Let's
Sure.
get a little more professional here, yeah?
More professional? Okay.
A little bit. No, professional in the sense
Here we
for
go.
myself to ask you questions and for yourselves to answer. So, have you guys been to a bank?
Yeah.
You've been to a bank. When was the last time you went to your bank?
2 months ago or something like that.
2 months ago? I don't think so. Do you? Really? For what did you go visit your bank?
I went with you.
Okay, what about you? Did you?
I was at the bank today, actually.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I have been for the past couple of days.
Okay, and there is banking app and there is so much of technology there banks offer. Like you were just talking about, I wouldn't mention the name of the bank, but you were
Sure.
talking about your bank's app and saying that it was really cool and stuff like that. So, do you think you would prefer banking on a digital platform vis-a-vis having to visit a branch?
It depends on my intention, depends on my action. I mean, for me, I think that, you know, when it comes to my finances, I'd rather speak to someone personally because it is a personal matter, personally, obviously, but it depends. I mean, if I'm looking to do something as simple as checking my account balance, of course, having the ease of doing that online is much more convenient and efficient, yeah.
Awesome. So you do look for interaction. Let me ask you a question now. You guys use your phone and gadgets so often. Have you ever thought of insuring them or protecting them?
I've never thought of insuring it or protecting I mean, with a phone cover, yeah, but not anything else, no.
Okay, so let's say if your phone fell or you lost your phone, what would you guys do? Like, what would you do? Find my iPhone is one thing, of course, that we all know, but let's say, you know, your phone was off battery, you had that experience. What would you do?
Get another one.
Get another one. Wow. And Ramzi, you?
It depends. If I lost my phone, I'm not too sure what I would do, to be honest.
And let's say if it was damaged or broken, what would you do?
Probably look somewhere to, you know, look for some place to get it fixed.
Yeah.
But then if somebody paid the cost of fixing that, and somebody took care of that cost, how would it feel then?
I'd feel great about that. That'd be awesome, yeah.
So that's insurance.
Sure.
Okay, that's insurance for you. And most people look for various ways of protecting their products, which could mean their houses, their lives, their credit cards, their phones, and so on. Okay.
Wait, so you can get insurance for your phone, and for a year or something like that, and then break it, and
you don't break it deliberately, but if you
if it does get broken
or
stolen, or you forget it somewhere,
not forget it again. If it's accidentally broken or damaged, yes. If somebody took it by theft, or somebody stole your phone, yes, it's covered, and
they just cover it and give you a new one.
They repair it or they replace it.
Does phone insurance exist today?
It does. There are gadgets insurance existing, and in fact, it's also a part of, if you protect, it's in various insurances. So if you travel, your gadgets are protected. Under personal belongings.
Right, of course.
If you have a home insurance, again, your gadgets are protected sometimes in your personal belongings, depending on, of course, what you take. So definitely, you guys, have a lot to offer to the industry, and obviously, you guys have a lot to.
I hope so.
Definitely, I'm sure. Now, I would talk to you about, let's say, business world today. When you see your interactions in your banks and other places, what do you think from your side? If you were to, let's say, have run a bank for a day, or if you were to run an organization for a day, what changes would you like to bring in the industry or people that are professionals today?
That's a great question. I think if I knew the answer to that fully, I would probably be already running a bank. But to be honest, I don't know, because I have never been on that side of the table. Right? I mean, I'm a consumer, I'm a customer, I'm a client. I don't know exactly what I would do if I was on the other side of the table. To be very honest with you, that's just being very authentic.
I think I'd make sure all my employees are really well trained.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. So they can provide good customer service. Because if customers are really gonna go to a bank and not use digital their phones for the apps or something like that, and they're actually personally going there, they would want the best service possible, and for it to be as convenient as it would be on the phone. So probably just training all the employees and stuff like that.
And let's say working atmosphere. So when you guys would work, or whenever you do plan to work, what sort of atmosphere would you like, or what sort of working environment brings out the best in your generation?
That's a great question. Again, very subjective. For me personally, I love a working environment where the people are extremely energetic. People are very collaborative. People love to work together. Very supportive as well, and honestly laid back, very relaxed. I'm not saying formal and very uptight, but laid back and very, very supportive, especially when it comes to the job itself.
Awesome.
Similar for me, because I think it's better if, for example, you get your work done and you have the amount of time to do it, and it's just you don't have someone constantly giving you deadlines and stuff like that. It's just you have a certain time period of what you have to do and you get it done. That's it. And people around you should be it should be more of teamwork, because you're working as loads of employees in one place. You're not working by yourself. So teamwork, and I'd like my employees and colleagues to be talkative with me and stuff like that.
Okay, so communication, creativity. Wow, wow, that's interesting.
I think that's what most of our generation wants.
Oh, awesome. So that's a huge shift of mind and mindset that you're actually bringing out to the industry there, and that's what people are looking out for. Like today, if you see offices, people have, got breakout zones and things like that, and people are heading towards that. So you've got a lot of things to teach us, and of course we have an experience to guide you. Well, that's nice. So great. On that note, I would say keep collaborating, keep inspiring, keep creating content, and keep ensuring the interest, guys.
Likewise. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. High five again.
Boom.
And whoa, here we go.